Welcome to the Gogec 2024 conference. Here's the opening address. It'll just be a kind of brief overview of what Gogec's mission is and some of the things we hope to accomplish with our event and competition. So, welcome to Gogec 2024. We are really grateful to have so many participants, judges, speakers, and visitors this year. So we're excited that you're all able to attend, whether viewing this live right now or viewing it maybe later on YouTube when it's uploaded. But thank you for coming. So what we really want to do is help to advance the field of synthetic biology by showcasing students' work from around the world and the unique research that they're able to do based on their local circumstances that maybe they wouldn't otherwise be able to show off or accomplish without being able to connect with people around the world. And then really our focus is on trying to empower people through synthetic biology, both through education and through enabling people to use these tools to solve problems in their specific local areas and countries, so that they can deal with any problems that they might have, and especially as it emerges as becoming more and more economically important. We think that an important part of helping countries develop into moving into advanced industries and everything like that will be this sort of education and providing these resources to students. So what is Gogec? So in order to do that, we founded Gogec. So what is Gogec? Gogec is the global, meaning that it connects people from around the world without any specific geographic limitations. Open, so it's open to anyone, and we try to make accessibility one of our key founding principles. Genetic engineering, focused on genetic engineering and synthetic biology. Competition, it's a competition. So our mission really is to make sure that students are able to focus on what actually matters, which is their research and the things that they actually want to get done, rather than having to focus on fundraising to sponsor a team, to travel, or to pay fees to attend an international competition or anything like that. We want them to focus on the actually important parts for them. And because of the extremely high cost to compete in these competitions, typically, both due to registration fees and having to travel to another continent or very far in order, and then like pay for accommodations and all of that, we made Gogec free. So Gogec is totally free to compete in and is also totally virtual. So you don't need to pay any fees to travel or anything like that, any travel fees. And openness is one of our core values here. It's both totally free and completely virtual. We also aim to make it as easy to register as possible so that as many teams are able to compete as possible, with the only limiting factor being whether they're actually interested in synthetic biology and competing in the event. And we want to make sure that they maintain access to all previous projects and data. And also, we're entirely volunteer driven. So our entire organization is run by volunteers. So Gogec has grown over the past couple of years. So in our first year in 2021, we had 8 teams competing. Then in 2023, our second year, we had 12 teams. And now this year we have 15 teams. So we hope to continue to grow in the future and expand our outreach to more teams in more countries around the world. And there are participants from many different countries. These are all different countries that have had teams that participated in Gogec either this year or one of the past couple of years. So we can really get outreach all around the world through this event. It isn't actually just focused in just a couple countries like some events tend to be. And we have 3 different categories that you can compete in. So you can either be an experimental project, which is the traditional, lab-based project where you do experiments and you get wet lab data and you show that off, or a computational project where you do computational modeling and then you use that as your data. or a proposal project. If either you aren't able to perform an experimental project, or you don't think you're quite ready for that, you can work on a proposal project instead, and then still get the benefits of uh, communicating with other like-minded scientists and seeing our speakers and kind of building that networking. So we want to make sure that it's accessible to as many people as possible, even if you aren't able to actually perform the research yet. If you're interested, we want to make sure that you get the educational resources of feedback from judges and similar things like that. So we introduced the proposal category in 2023 in order to help expand the accessibility of the event. And in addition to that, we've started to host some educational workshops, such as the Malice Analysis Workshop hosted by the EBRC and an SBAL Visual Workshop run by Georgie from our organizing committee. And we aim to use these in order to improve educational outcomes to enable teams to run their projects successfully. And ideally, we'd like to expand this in the future in order to encourage more teams to come to them, and also to teach them about more subjects so they can be fully prepared. And ideally, we can even supplement places that might not have totally adequate local educational resources to help people in that way. And as a genetic engineering competition, there are a variety of biosafety and biosecurity considerations. And big thanks to Georgie for helping with these, for determining what good rules are. And we have a fairly strict set of a blacklist / whitelist for what people are allowed to use, unless people petition to go outside of it. But for the most part, you're limited strictly there, because we don't have as many resources to have biosecurity experts review gray area research. So we strongly encourage our teams to err on the side of safety. And we also provide the Malice Analysis Workshop to help teams evaluate any biosecurity concerns that might arise from their project. And ideally, this will help alleviate any safety concerns that might come up with a genetic engineering event. And we think that Gogec could be part of the future of synbio education in general, where we want to help accessibility we want to use accessibility to help the field reach its potential, because there's a lot of untapped talent in places that currently aren't able to access the overall synbio talent pool. We want to have more global cooperation. So because right now a lot of research is concentrated locally within a couple key areas like North America, Europe, and East Asia. But again, there's a lot of potential in other places around the world as well, and also cooperating between those areas. And then we want to help leverage technology through things like virtual conferences, and in the future, other technologies to help improve learning outcomes, and then focus on real world problems and local circumstances in order to empower people, because having that ability to actually solve problems goes a really long way towards making people interested in the field and actually able to apply it to themselves. So big thanks to our organizing committee, which consists of me and a variety of other people who were very essential for what they've done, who lead outreach and judging and website design and biosafety and all that. So big thanks to all of them. And if you're interested in helping with Gogec, then Gogec is entirely volunteer run. So if anyone doing this later or is here now is interested in either in helping out in some way or joining the organizing committee, you can either contact us on Discord or send us an email at gogecconference@gmail.com. And we'll be very responsive, since we're always looking for new organizing committee members to help out, especially if we continue to grow. Then having more volunteers to help with that would be very helpful. So time to begin the event right about now, I think. And I'll pass it off to Georgie to introduce our first speaker.